All right. Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of the Party Poopers, where we are playing something called Twisted Fates. We're on episode 4, if you're keeping count. We, like I said, are the Party Poopers, coming right back at you. We're going to be playing some D&D 5e. We're mixing the campaigns Dragons of Stormwreck Isle with the Lost Mines of Phandelver, and we're going to see what we get when we get to that final episode. Ooh. I think we're probably a couple episodes away from that, though, so let's jump into this one. I am Terry Mayo. I'm going to be the dungeon master for this campaign. Below me are these ruggedly handsome Southern California natives. I'm just going to say you're native. I don't know if you are.
I'm not.
I don't think any of us are.
None of us are. I'm from Texas.
Barney, maybe.
Yeah, Barney, maybe.
I'm literally in my hometown.
Yeah, that's right.
We're role-playing as SoCal natives, brah. So we have our
Hang and lose.
We have our dragonborn cleric, played by Freddie Packard. We have Altos Balthazar.
What's up?
Yar.
Yar. Am I saying your last name right?
Nar. What was that?
I was asking Freddie how he said his last name. Balthazar.
Balthazar.
Okay.
Balthazar.
All right. We have our human druid, hashtag never dry, Eric Hampton playing Ulfgrim, Storm Reaver. Yar.
That's Nar.
Yar. I think we can all
It's
share.
even better the second time.
Half of this group is getting over a deathly cold, so you'll have to forgive us. And then we also have our autonome rogue, Y4, T2C, played by the one and only Barney Career.
Hi, Terry. Thank you for having me here.
Of course, it's always a pleasure, Barney. We took a week off again because we had something was not COVID-19, but we are back and in strength and ready to roll. So, Party Poopers, are y'all ready to get started with session 4?
Ready to do this.
All
Why don't you roll that intro, Terry?
Nar! All right, without further ado, let's jump into something we're calling Twisted Fates. Wow.
Space Italy.
Space Italy.
Or the Space Spaghetti Western.
All right. So where we left off, after your adventures in the Seagrove Cave, you're now standing on the highest point of Stormwreck Isle as you were traveling back to Dragon's Rest. On your left, you see a well-hidden cave entrance that seems to have been have a natural shield of like this glowing waterfall. After a short conversation, you agree to investigate the waterfall. As you approached it, got closer, you're experiencing this sense of calm and tranquility. The sounds of nature seem amplified. And your senses seem to be much more attuned than you're used to. From where you're at, you can see the entrance to the cave clearly behind this glowing waterfall. So, what would you guys like to do next?
I'd like to probably enter. I'm going to look over to Y4 and Ulfgrim, and you guys down to go in?
Go into the cave over there, you say? I reckon we got some time left in the day. I feel as if we could do some venturing.
By you, Y4.
Yeah, well, it was either that or the ruins, and you didn't want to go there to look at the architecture. The architecture. What am I? Where am I going? All right, let me go. The architecture.
Yar, the tables have turned.
Yar. Indeed they have.
Architecture.
Let me share where you guys are at. On your screen, you see a series of dots. The Ulfgrim, I'll let you be our guide. You're looking down, and right about there where that green click is where you're at, and then right in front of you is the cave entrance that you're looking at. It's down into this little valley that leads to the sea itself. series of jagged rocks, of course, lining the ocean side. And as you get closer, that's when you start feeling that serenity, that tranquility. Your all your senses seem to be like perfectly attuned. You're roughly 45 minutes to an hour walk away from Dragon's Rest, which is up on this up on the last finger of that map. There you go. There's Dragon's Rest. What did you guys want to do? Did you guys want to go into the Cave of Wonders?
Do I get any sense of like it's pulling us in kind of a thing, or any like is it dark looking into this cave? Any light?
From where you're at, you're probably
It's a
about
brightly
good.
lit cave.
It's a brightly lit. It's like an IKEA entrance. You're roughly about 150 feet away ish. You can see that there's an outline of the entrance to the cave, but you're not really able to see anything past the glowing water. And what you're feeling right now is, like I said, the tranquility and the kind of just feeling at ease right this minute.
Well, I'll look over to Ulfgrim and Y4. I'm going to pull out my my mace, and I'm going to cast light on it. Be like, well, we didn't come all this way just to not take a look, right?
I'll lead the way.
All right,
Yar.
step into the cave and
Okay,
dive in.
dive right in. All right,
I'm stepping.
Stepping into the cave.
As you start approaching the cave, as you get to the waterfall entrance and you cross through it, the water hitting you, kind of doing like this cleansing feeling. You do start to feel altos. You do start to feel this vibration in your ears. Start to feel the forming of a word, and you can start hearing your name just in like a deep, like baritone, Baltos, Baltos, coming from within the cave.
I'll try to communicate with it. Who's there?
I am.
Turn around. Not you. I heard something. Didn't you hear that?
No.
We must be on our guard. Who knows if there's more lava spewing snakes all up in this. I grip my staff tighter.
I feel pretty at ease though. I don't sense any danger.
So it's a friendly phantom voice talking to you, is it?
Well, I got like this sense of like peace and tranquility when I walked into here, but are we in the mouth of the cave right now, DM, or where?
Yeah, you're right in the entrance of the cave. So you're just at the very stair steps. But I'll go ahead and share the map with you guys so you can see it.
Yeah, might be best to keep on our guard, as Wolfgrim stated, but there's a lot of ground here to cover.
I mean, look at this thing, and
We could each kind of take a peek.
So like, just can you describe? Is like exactly like we're seeing on the map right now? Like we see a giant skull and.
Yeah, so just like you're seeing on the map itself, there's a pool in the center of the room. Not really able to see the bottom, but you are able to see what looks like mounds of colorful rocks: red, gold, bronze, copper, black, all different colors of rocks at the bottom of this pool. As you work further up into the cave is not so dark that you can't see. There's light coming from the pool itself. There's light coming from what you see is a dragon skull further into the cave. The mouth of the dragon is ajar. And inside the mouth of the dragon, from where you're standing, you can see that there's some sort of form of light coming out of it as well.
Do I know what dragon this is? That's dead, the skull?
Roll for nature. Let me see if you do.
Definitely not. Rolled a 2.
Okay.
Not
You're-
1, to be exact. +1.
Oh,
Your Dragonborn Junior College did not go over this. You can tell it's a dead dragon. It's a bone white bleach. Bones. It does have characteristics of specific dragons, but you're finding it hard to place what that might be.
And then all this stuff that's kind of around, like these barrels.
You can see that this looks like it could have doubled as a temple at one point. If you want to check some stuff out, you can, of course. But you do see different altars, but it's covered in dust, covered in cobweb. It doesn't look like there's been anyone in this cave in a while.
I want to walk kind of past Altos, kind of brushing him with my elbow and go, "There's your great granddad or something." Just kind of like looking around.
I'm not sure who this is, but
Altos.
I'll look over to Alfgrim. Did you hear that? Something calling my name? Or is it just my hearing things?
Did I hear that?
No, you did not.
I think you maybe had too many hits from the fire snake.
That's definitely possible. I'll take a look in this bucket and I'll step forward. I'm just kind of like looking around and searching for wherever the source of this voice is.
Got it. All right. As you're getting closer to the pool itself, what you're experiencing, Altos and Ulfgrim and Y4, not so much you at this point. To Ulfgrim and Y4, it's still a beautiful cave. There's still the majesty of everything. But for Altos, you're starting to see the light that's coming from the dragon skull itself is starting to get brighter, and it's almost matching the glow, the ethereal glow of the waterfall, the water. Coming directly from the skull, and you're hearing more clearly, Altos, step forward.
Towards the pond or towards this skull?
Step closer to me, my dragonborn friend.
I'm just gonna start like in a trance, like kind of walk around and then go towards the stairs here.
Altos, as you get closer to the skull itself, you are seeing that the source of the light, there's, again, just like in the pool, you're seeing this collection of rocks, but you're seeing 10 specific rocks. You're seeing one in every color of the chromatic dragon, one in every color of the metallic dragon. And they're kind of almost as if they're levitating on a small film of water, and the water itself is giving off this glow. Similar to the waterfall glow. But to you, it seems like it's lighting up the entire room. Ulfgrim and Y4, you're still kind of seeing the same scene.
Yeah, Y4 is like looking at one of these altars and accidentally probably snaps a piece off.
I'll holler back to Y4. Like, Y4, come here.
Oh, what?
Hurry up.
All right, I turn on my low beams and I start rolling over there.
They see me rolling.
What do you make of these?
I get to like probably that far. Ulfgrim, what are you doing? You just watching them?
Yeah, no, I'm just like kind of looking at all the old things, kind of wrestling around, seeing if there's anything of value in these altars, and kind of staring over my shoulder, watching Altos just talking to a dragon skull.
Okay. I'll get back to Y4 and Altos, but Ulfgrim, do me a favor, roll for investigation.
All right. I'm going to investigate the shit out of this.
Are you going to be investigating just the general area, or is there anywhere specific you want to look?
If there's an altar anywhere.
Okay.
One that's especially cool looking.
All right. Roll for your number, then I'll get back to you.
Oh, 11.
Okay. All right. And then Altos and Y4, what are you guys doing?
I'm rolling up. What is it?
Well, brought you here to help me investigate. What do you make of this?
The stairs.
No, the stones. And I point to the different color stones.
Awful pretty rocks, but we had better down at the crack.
I mean, do you notice the colors though?
Yeah, what about them?
And then DM, I would assume being Dragonborn, I would recognize that like this is each color of every dragon.
Right.
So
Well,
every
well, let me backtrack. With your 2 in, do me a favor. Roll again, but you can do it with advantage just because you.
what
You're one of
do you
those
want me to
learned
roll?
types.
Do you want me to roll history or what do you want me to roll?
Yeah, roll for some history there.
Okay.
Maybe Y4 has like a cassette on Dragonborn that you could plop in.
Etch a sketch.
That'll be a 20
Okay.
on history.
All right, so yeah, you're fairly comfortable that these 10 stones match the 10 colors that you're aware of the dragon.
This has to do with, my guess would be metallic and chromatic dragons.
Is that like you? I'm sorry, I don't know much about you or your folk.
Well, I haven't spent much time with many Dragonborn. I've met a couple here or there. Metallic and chromatic don't get along very much. At least that I know.
Is that so?
I could care less personally, but I don't know, this is just very strange that all these stones happen to be here. I'll kneel down and kind of like look towards the water. Does the water just seem like normal water, or is it have some kind of like ethereal like magic to it?
You can roll for Arcana if you'd like. You are seeing that it is definitely glowing the same as the waterfall water was, and to you it seems almost like a blinding light.
Does it I guess I'll roll for Arcana. I'm trying to like ascertain if it's like safe to step into. And I rolled an 8.
Got it. So the mouth opening, you could probably get in there like you could if it was the trunk of like a Fiat or something like
I
that.
think you could fit in that thing.
As far as like stepping in, but you could definitely reach in, and there's enough room to maneuver with your hands and stuff.
Do you got any rope? Do you have any rope, Y4?
Yeah. And I reach into my compartment box and I start feeding some rope.
Okay, you hold on to this end, and I'm going to tie this around me. And no matter what happens to me, don't let me go anywhere. Okay?
Don't let you go. Wait, anywhere. All right.
Anywhere. Well, I mean, let me step forward, but if for some reason like something pulls me, or if I get sucked under, or if something weird's going on,
You're going in there.
Hey,
Ulfgrim, he's going in the pool. You're going to want to see this.
You just see me go, all right.
I'll step into the pool and get baptized.
Okay, all right. As your body starts to make contact with this water, as you start getting closer to these stones that seem to be levitating on top of the water, you are hearing a voice. Altos, I was beginning to think you wouldn't find me.
And you are?
My name is Torador.
Torador. Torador. Who? Do I know a Torador from memory?
No. Okay. Well, but not that I know.
Who are you, Torador?
Well, this is my final resting place. I lived and died here many, many years ago.
How did you die?
Well, there was a great battle between dragons, and I was one of the unfortunate ones who passed away here on Stormwreck.
Which side were you on, Torador?
Well, on the side of good, of course.
And I know it was between chromatic and metallic. Did you have a side between the two?
I can see that you're having trouble with this. Let me illuminate a bit. I am Torador, the brass dragon. I, of course, am a follower of Bahamut. and I died in the creation of this island. But enough about me. It's you I was interested in.
What's so interesting about little old me?
Well, this is the first conversation I've had with a Dragonborn in many, many years, so especially one who has seems to be having a crisis of faith.
Well, I have never believed, but this is, I look around, and all this is kind of hard not to believe now.
I wouldn't be too down on yourself. It's almost ironic how time flies, but things don't change. Your people have never been quite faithful.
Well, I haven't spent much time with other Dragonborn, to be honest with you. Most of my time has been in the middle of a desert or dealing with the museum.
Wow.
And just getting lost in a book.
I can see an aura that glows off of you. Do you know where that comes from?
Well, I started feeling that aura the minute I stepped on this island. Been trying to figure it out ever since.
Well, it's a bit divine. That's what drew my attention to you in the first place. It's not often that I've seen, well, even when I could see, divinity in a Dragonborn. I would say that you are on your path to being a cleric one day.
You don't say. I have been able to start doing things, like I said, I wasn't able to do before, and been learning new tricks of the trade, if you will, healing, and this weird things been going on where just kind of like white out. Does that have to do with that?
I would say yes. I would say yes, but I do want to warn you. That's why I drew you here. The powers that you're experiencing and the crisis of faith, they are destined to put you at quite of a crossroads in your life. The gods, whether you believe in them or not, they certainly have a hand in your fate. And without latching onto something definite, they're going to latch onto you one way or the other.
So what is the meaning of these stones then?
Well, they're just pretty stones, but you're welcome to one.
I'll kind of sift around. What happens if I pick so there's each color, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have the 5, and they're kind of like it's a circle, but you can see that as you're closer that the circle is turning, kind of clockwise, and it's just kind of this slow turning, chromatic, metallic, chromatic, metallic, chromatic, metallic, all just turning like time.
Well, I'll put my hand down, close my eyes, and let the fates decide, and I'll pick up my hand, and I see a...
Roll a d10. And let's see what you get.
That'll be a 1. Getting all the really good rolls out early here.
All right. All right. Look at that. It matches your skin perfectly.
Blue.
Blue. Do you know anything about blue dragons?
Well, I know blue dragons, again, lightning, desert.
No. Much more. Not just the surface level stuff.
I don't know much about the history of blue dragons now.
Blue. The stones in itself are just stones. Until they become more than stones, of course, but the fact that fates drew you towards blue says a lot. You have a choice to make in life, and that's going to be which god you choose, and whether that's Bahamut, Tiamat, or any others, that's going to be totally up to you. And of course, you could also choose not to choose. But like I said before, if you don't choose, one will choose you, and just like any tool, you will be used. But the blue dragon itself is a follower of Tiamat. Tiamat is, I'm sure you know, considered to be quite evil.
Well, perhaps we can change that.
Perhaps that's what this island was created for. Perhaps you're what this island needs, Altos.
Is there a way to communicate with these gods?
The gods, more often than not, tend to find the perfect time to find you. Keep your stone, though. Keep it close. And maybe one day it will be more than just a stone.
Okay. Thank you, Torador. Is there anything else that you might be able... Actually, I have a question for you.
All right.
This is very important, and there's a lot of people that are wondering. Do kobolds, when they die, turn into Dragonborn?
Of course not. But...
I knew it all along.
But if someone believes hard enough, then who knows what fate may happen. I mean, Dragonborn themselves, it's a mystery where Dragonborn came from, but I'm sure that there's an answer somewhere. I know that you're not of Torel.
Will I see you again, Torador?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Well, thank you for this gift.
I will leave you with one thing. Because I almost feel like you're a newborn babe into this world of dragons and even Dragonborn to an extent. Look up the land of Aber. Abeir. I spell it out.
A-B-I-E-R.
Nope.
A bear.
A bear. What of this land?
That's for you to dissect.
Okay.
Safe travels, Altos. So, Wyfor and Ulfgrim, if you were watching, what you saw was Altos step in, and then just almost in a split second, turn around.
Like pick up the rock and then turn
And then
around.
just turn around, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I've kind of been wandering my way back, I guess.
Okay.
All right. I can't find anything in this worthless piece of... sorry if this is something special to you, Altos. I can't find anything here that's worth...
Well, I got more than I bargained for. I'll take a look at the stones again and just kind of feel around in my pocket, and I'll pull out the stone and be like, I think we should get out of here.
I'm gonna
All right,
go Lance.
I'll reel you in.
So, Ulfgrim, as you said that, as you were like kind of feeling defeated, with your roll, the last altar that you passed, you did happen to see like a shelf below the podium itself, and there looks like there's a leather-bound book of sorts in there.
Yar, hold on a second. I'm gonna go wander over and take a look at the book, I guess.
All right. It's a leather-bound book, brittle, but as if you're opening it, what you see on the pages, looking at your languages, you can't make out the language itself, but there are pictures, so it's a pretty picture book. And you're seeing a red dragon. A few pages later, a green dragon. A few pages, white, bronze, brass. And then you're seeing a larger picture, centerfold spread of this large platinum dragon.
Oh. Yar Altos, get a look at these.
The centerfold.
Aren't they beautiful? Gaze your eyes upon them.
Is Tiamat
Okay.
the center?
Do I recognize the spelling on the book when I come over and take a look?
No, you don't recognize either. And looking at Y4, you three don't recognize the spell or the writing.
Perhaps we could figure out what this book is, Alfgrim. Take it to the library at Stormwreck.
Perhaps you're more the bookish type. Would you like to hold on to it?
I'd be happy to.
All right, well, here's a book.
I'll take it and I'll be like, Y4, can you hold on to this?
Put it in my compartment.
Love it. Here you go.
I'm like, no, why would I? And then he just does it automatically.
I'm kind of like defeated after handing off a book, and I'm going to kind of take a glance over my shoulder, and I see glimmering in the pool and be like, hey, what's that glimmering over there in that pool over there? Looks like sea treasure.
Sea treasure.
Looks
Yes.
like booty.
So
I love booty.
I don't think it'll do you any good, but you're welcome to
Yes.
go take a look.
It's just rocks.
I'm going to go over and take a look.
All right. In the pool, you're seeing if you're in the main center pool, you're seeing just what looks like hundreds and hundreds of rocks, all different colors.
Is there a gold one?
There is a gold one, yeah.
I want to take a gold one.
Okay. All right.
I'm like, yar, there's gold here. What are you doing leaving this
Wait,
here?
really? There's gold here?
Gold.
Oh,
Silver,
load me
looks like
up.
platinum as well.
Can I
We're
inspect
rich.
can I inspect the gold and see if it's actually gold,
Sure.
or is it fool's gold?
It's just a
If you would
rock.
like to inspect the rock closer, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to buy myself 7
Me too.
hovels.
Is it actually gold?
As you're looking at it, as you're manipulating it, and Altos is inspecting it, you're seeing that the rocks are gold colored, but they are not actual gold.
And I'll jokingly I'll be like, "Yar, it's fool's gold," and then I'll be like, "Just fool's gold."
You better watch your tongue, laddie. I've tolerated some lip from this here rust bucket, but I'll be damned if some lizard's gonna be talking back to me.
Who you calling a rust bucket?
I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna slap him.
I know
right,
that
well,
I don't get a
I'll
slap
tuck the
on back.
gold thing. I'll be like, I'll just tuck it in my pocket. We'll walk off.
Okay. All right. Anything else y'all want to do in this pool or in this cave?
I dump the rocks back.
All right. All right. As you guys are exiting, Alto's taking one last look back. The glow that you're experiencing is still there, but not as intense. But the serenity is still there. The sense is buzzing still there. I think this is a good time. Let me get you all to roll a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Saving
Why?
throw.
What are you doing to me?
Beautiful.
16.
12.
That's
Well-
going to be a 22.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll tell you guys later. All right. Carry on.
What? I don't like it.
It's a good thing nothing fell on us, so I'll take it. What happened to Aladdin, where like the sand dune like imploded on itself? And,
What would y'all like to do now?
The Cave of Wonders. Yeah.
be
All right. Well, I
careful,
guess we'll exit this dump.
It's not a
Boring. Am I right?
just a bunch of rocks.
It's a bunch of rocks and a dragon skull that didn't talk to any of us.
I know.
Ulfgrim, how about
Who's
we
with
trade
that?
stories? Let's trade stories later, maybe around that campfire.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Bunch of sling blades.
Y4 and I groaning over different reasons. He's like, they're bonding. I'm like, I don't want to bond.
Okay.
What time is it when we exit the cave?
Roughly 5, 6-ish, give or take. There's still plenty of light left in the day.
Yeah, we're fairly far away from Dragon's Reach, though, right?
Roughly about an hour.
An hour?
Oh, that's
All
not
right.
too bad.
Well, I suppose we should probably either head back, or do you want to check out that bits of architecture there on the horizon?
We can save it for another day. I'm okay.
Or
Well, I wanted to in the first place, but
well,
let's
do it. Where's
beheld,
your sense of adventure, Altos?
beheld I am.
I'm ready for whatever you guys, gentlemen, would like to do.
Yeah, let's go explore the architect.
Let's explore. Quit being such a Nancy of the negativities. Let's go.
Nancy of the negativities.
I like that.
I am not a negative Nancy.
Okay, Mr. Teacher.
Okay, let me share this map then. I don't know if you'll be able to see me clicking. Can
You see it?
Yay! All it took was some mediocre role playing on my part to get it going. Everybody's like, "That's not a dragon voice." It's Charlton Heston. I don't know who.
I mean, Sean Connery played a dragon.
Oh, that's right. I should have done.
So
Benedict Cumberbatch.
From now on, it's just going to be
Gosh.
Sean Connery, though.
there's a dragon.
Pick a stone. So you guys are here. This is
I've been like, can you be my god?
off comes Stormreaver.
Altos Balthazar.
A bunch of mediocre Sean and Connery impressions.
All right, this is the new campaign.
Yes, you just say your S's as SH's.
As a kind of yeah.
I'll take dragon for 500 Trebek.
Angle bum cover. All right.
All right, where are we
You guys
adventuring
are
to?
here. This is the cave that you guys just exited. If you were to go to the ruins, that is down here.
Mhm.
Roughly going through terrain. It's not a whole lot of paths going that way. It would take you a couple, probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get there, and then another 2 to 3 hours, around 2.5 to 3 hours to get back to Dragon's Rest.
What time of the year are we?
You fall.
Fall, so maybe like we'll get there during twilight or
Roughly, yeah.
dusk.
Yeah. If you remember, Runara did encourage you guys to come make sure that you made it back, but it's not a mandatory curfew type thing.
So we would make it back if we were to go to the ruins and all things go well, and we leave within like 30 minutes or an hour, would we make it back to Stormwreck before dinner?
Before dinner,
He
Missing dinner.
the mess hall is open 24 hours a day. If you're looking for hot food from Tarak, then you wouldn't probably make it in time.
Just heat it up in the microwave. We'll be good.
I have a microwave.
How do you feel about toast?
Toast with pictures on it.
Toast with
Even
pic-
My favorite.
Yeah, I say we go. No sense in sleeping. That's just practice for death. Let's go.
so, all right. So to the ruins you travel. All right.
So Altos.
Yep.
You have any transformative experiences in that there cave?
Yeah, I'm
like
just-
conversation.
I was kind of worried.
All right. I'll
Voices.
spill the beans. I'll
Voices.
spill the beans. I'll
We were
spill the
talking
beans.
about.
But Grim, I'm gonna, if I say something, then you got to say something.
We
That
make him
fair?
pinky swear. I hear that's binding in their culture.
All right.
You got to kiss it. I spoke with a dragon called Torador, and basically he said that I have some sort of divine aura about me, and that if I don't pick a god, that one would pick me, and also mentioned that I'm on some divine path of being a cleric. So this is explaining what's been, I guess, happening to me.
How do you feel?
Well, explains a lot. I've never been much of a believer, but I mean, speaking to a dead dragon kind of could turn you into one.
So you're saying when you saw his face, now you're a believer.
Without a trace.
That's what I'm
Without his mind.
Are you in love, Altos? Spill it. Spill your guts.
Did that dragon seduce you?
I can't with you guys. I mean, it just explains what's been happening. And I put my hand down and picked up a stone, and I picked up, and I'll show him the blue stone. Does it still have like a glow about it, DM?
No, it looks like a rock that's been dyed blue.
Matches your skin.
That's exactly what Torador said.
A real creative choice there. A blue stone for the blue dragonborn.
Yeah, well, the problem that I'm facing here is he told me I need to choose a side, essentially, or pick a god before, because one will pick me. And what I know of Bahamut and Tiamat, they obviously were at ends with each other, and Bahamut wanted to bring all the dragons together, and Tiamat definitely did not want that. So
But being a blue dragon, from what I vaguely know about the stories of those two dragon gods, is that you should be on the Tiamat side, shouldn't you? Just judging by, I don't mean to be no racist or anything, judging by skin color, but, well, you know.
Well, yes and no, considering Bahamut wanted to join all of the dragons together, including the blue, and so. But maybe.
Tiamat, she did not.
No, definitely not. Perhaps I need to do a little research. He told me to look into something which might hold some more answers, which was the Aber region or town or area.
Where?
Aber.
Where?
Yeah. No bears here. One owl bear, but that one was just from a traveling circus, so I think we're in the clear.
Yeah. Looks like you're getting more and more homework. Decipher a book and then research.
Yeah, nothing but reading.
I don't envy you.
It's just like you're back in school, I'm sure.
Oh, well, why for you? Just like I'm back in school, but why for? You're going to help me, so that's kind of why you're here. Yeah, let's go take a look at these ruins.
Okay.
Oh, wait, time out. All for him. Spill the beans.
No, pinky
Oh.
swear.
We pinky swear over this.
You told me to say, well, something, so something.
Oh,
Well,
That's a technicality.
Hey, all right. Well, if you must know.
He'll remain mysterious.
Well, I haven't always been Ulfgrim. There was a life prior to me where I was but a happy lad on the seas. Just, you know, doing sailing stuff around, shipping goods. 'Twas a simple life, and then I had a transformative moment, which struck me deeply, and I've known y'all but for a couple days, so I'm not one to just spill me guts in front of you.
Well, perhaps over a beer?
Perhaps.
All right, well, let's check out these ruins first, and then maybe we can go have that beer tonight.
Or another night, who knows?
Perhaps years from now.
And while we're walking, I'd like to also look over to Y4 and be like, do you remember anything of your past, Y4? Anything coming back?
Oh,
to you?
yes,
You
my
have
turn for backstory.
This seems organic.
Just having a moment.
Since I mean, you were there when I was talking to Nematode. What's his name? The Red Wizard, Raydoth. I was close on the first one. Yeah, you were there. I said, and I haven't had anything since. I mean, we just I killed those kobolds, if you recall, and that was a good time. But no, other than I knew I had a family, I knew I lived in the swamp. I had a brother, and I was and I had a job. I was keeping watch over our little swamp. That was my thing.
Interesting. I did find out one other bit of very important information, gentlemen, and that is that kobolds do not turn into dragonborns when they die.
No shit.
Well,
I pass Ulfgrim a gold. Damn it. I told you I don't know anything.
Say.
I don't know about these things.
All right. Well, with y'all's awkward exchanges that is reminiscent of the first 30 minutes of Breakfast Club. It's
Yeah, right.
no, Dad. What
Why are
about
you
you?
that's a
You
story
start
that
to-
stands the test of time, though, Terry. It stands the test of time.
Stand the test of time, yeah. You're so conceited, Claire. You guys are coming upon a ridge, and what you're seeing is the other side of the island. You see a ridge that slopes down, and the drop from the ridge to the water itself is probably a good 40 to 50 feet. Rough tides, the land below, no sand. It's just jagged rock after jagged rock. In front of you, directly about a good 30, 40 yards, is a series of what look like tombstones, kind of a makeshift graveyard. Subtle, a little bit eerie, but nothing different than what you would find at a normal gravesite from where you're at. Further into the water, you're seeing what looks like a man-made island with a series of 3 columns, all in ruins. The furthest column has fallen upon itself, so it's mostly obscured from the fallen debris and rock. From where you can judge, it looks like the end of the Stormwreck Isle is probably a good 50 feet away from the first tower. You'd have to get closer to see more, but that's what you see in front of you.
Can we tell what these tombstones kind of like are honoring or commemorating?
Yeah.
Their language on them?
Yeah. So it looks like it's a combination of tombstones with what Altos you recognize as Draconic, and if anybody else speaks Draconic, but most of them are in common. Seeing different names written throughout them. One that is catching your attention more than another looks like it's been dug up. pine wooden box that looks like it's dilapidated and falling upon itself. Open. And as you get closer, you do see the remains of someone inside, all skeletal. But it looks like it's been disheveled and kind of messed with a bit. The grave site itself, the tombstone reads, "Here lies Sir Brastos Arad."
So, Brastos Arad. I do have the historical knowledge. Do I know basically like the builders or the purpose of what these ruins were?
The ruins? Yeah, you have architecture, right? That's your background?
Yeah, archaeologist, yep.
Can I give him like the help action by handing him some archaeology tools, like a brush and stuff?
Yeah.
I got him.
A whip and a fedora.
Perfect. I hand him his whip.
The dog's name was Indiana.
Dragon? Is that you?
There's a dragon, guys!
When you enter a ruin or dungeon, you can correctly ascertain its original purpose and determine its builders, whether those were dwarves, elves, humans, young tea, or some other nobles.
Yeah. So what you are seeing from the ruins, and you are a good 50 feet away from the ruins themselves. They're in the ocean. From where you're at on this little island, well, not island, on the edge of Stormwreck Isle, you're right in the middle of the graveyard, and you're not seeing any way across right this minute from where you're at, but it is a good 50 feet across to the closest tower. And again, you're seeing 4 towers, one that's kind of fallen upon itself. From the architecture from where you're at, it looks like it was man-made, and it looks like it was a holy site.
I'll pass that knowledge over to Alfgrim and Y4.
Like your kind of religion?
I don't think so.
Or like Ulfgrim's kind of religion?
I don't know if I have a religion, so to speak. At least one that's defined as far as religious practices might be defined.
How else are religious practices defined?
You are seeing different
More spiritual than religious.
More spiritual. I don't want to get into it. Topics I don't discuss. Different symbols written on it. In Draconic, you are kind of making out that it has different names on it. Names, one that you are making out, or some that you are making out, are...
This is on the towers that are in the water?
On the towers.
Okay.
Directly facing you, you're able to make out 2 names specifically. One name that you're able to make out is Cryovane.
Cryovane. That's dope.
And the other name is Venom Fang.
Venom Fang?
Yeah.
Do those names ring a bell with me at all?
You can roll for it if you like.
For history?
Yeah.
It'll be a 24.
Okay. Yes, they do mean something to you. Whether you're recalling it from something you recently read in the library on Stormwreck or somewhere in your past, you are remembering that Venom Fang and Cryovane are 2 ancient dragons that were part of a battle that took place in a time before man. Venom Fang was a green dragon, and legend says that he had his right eye ripped out before he died. Cryovane is a white dragon, and he also died.
Super dead.
Quick question. So are these towers like that they could fit people inside, or are they columns like almost like a memorial?
They're towers. They're the largest of is about 30 feet high. And it looks like it's probably about 30 by 20-ish.
Do they look like they have like entrances or fit people inside?
There's a clear opening on the big one, like an archway.
Mm-hmm.
On another one that's smaller, it's maybe about 10 by 10. There's another opening. The other one is crumbled. You can't really see. but more obvious. You're not really seeing a way across at this point.
Hmm. Can I check out Sir Brastos Arad's desiccated remains?
Sure. As you're investigating, do a history check for me.
Let me get out my thinking cap.
Do it with advantage. But you're from the Sword Coast or no?
Yeah.
Okay, then do it with advantage.
All right, 13 and 12.
Okay. With those rolls, what the last name sticks out more than anything. Arard is a noble name. It's passed down through generations, and the city of Helmshold kind of sticks out to you for whatever reason. Not quite connecting all the dots, but you know it's a noble name and possibly the city of Helmshold.
That's the guy who was buried.
Yeah. And inside the casket, or the casket, casket. We'll say casket. You're seeing that it looks like pieces of clothing were ripped off of him. That the body itself has been kind of shuffled around, almost like somebody was looking for something.
Does it look freshly dug?
Yeah, the dirt looks like it's fresh.
It looks like some. Are there any footsteps around, or can I tell if somebody had tread here recently?
Sure, you want to take a look? You're
Yeah.
druid, yeah, go ahead. If anybody would like to help or anything, you're welcome to.
I'll voice up. Looks like this this poor man, Sir Brastos Arard, has had company recently, and I'm gonna motion to it.
I'll help him look.
Okay.
I'll help him look.
Are we doing investigation or?
Yeah, investigation. I'm just picturing all three of y'all in a line, just do.
I pull out an absurdly large magnifying glass. I got an 18 on mine.
Okay.
He's on the trail.
Let's get out of here.
Oink, school, like there's
Ruh-roh.
only a mystery here.
Okay.
I'm rared.
Was anybody helping Ulfgren?
We all were.
Yeah, everyone's like, ow.
Did you roll with advantage, Ulfgren?
I did not. Bunch of eager eddies over here. Let's do another. And yeah, 18's the best.
Okay. All right. So with that roll, you are noticing what looks like footprints that you've become pretty familiar with now that you've been on the island. You're seeing smattering of cobalt footprints. One that's kind of sticking out to you looks like it's footprints with like two drag marks on either side of it, probably a good half a foot on each side of it, almost like there were poles like dragging behind it almost, or something was dragging behind the footsteps. And that's what you're seeing, just a smattering of cobalt footsteps.
And can I tell which direction they're dragging it?
From what you can tell, they were walking towards the edge of the cliff, and then the footprints kind of disappear.
All right, well, I want to follow it and then kind of look around the edge of the cliff, see if I can see anything.
Okay.
And say to my party members who are assisting me, it looks like the tracks lead this way, and then they just mysteriously stopped.
Looking out over at the ruins, does it look like we would have to swim to those ruins?
It looks like it would be very difficult to swim, and that once you got there, it'd be about a good 30 to 40 foot climb to make it to where you could get to the whatever they are columns.
And how many feet is it from the ledge?
About 50 feet down, 50 feet across, roughly.
And is it?
Why for? How long is your rope?
I think it's 50 feet for him to rope.
What if I shoot an arrow with that rope attached to it?
Might be a little short.
I've got some string.
I do have 50 feet of rope, though.
we might have a plan.
Is the entrance that we can see of the column, like the largest one, is that even with us roughly?
It's even to your sight. So where you're standing, following the footprints straight to the edge of the cliff, they disappear. On either side of you, you're seeing these very small stones on either side of you. The stone on your left looks like it has a keyhole almost. And then directly across, you're seeing an archway entrance. You can see inside of it, and it looks like there's possibly an altar or a table or something, but it is a good 60 feet away from you ish.
Okay. Can I inspect this keyhole?
Yeah, go ahead. Are you trying to pick it, or are you just looking at it, or what are you doing?
Trying to see what I guess that, like, what if they're like trying to make out what would fit there.
Got it. Let me get you to roll for something then. All right, just do a straight investigation then. Or an investigation. Let's see what you come up with.
All right, I got a 12.
Okay. To the best of your knowledge, this looks like it is a keyhole. If you're using Y4's headlamps, or if you did a candle over it, you're kind of seeing some mechanisms inside, but it's just looks like it's a keyhole.
If Y4 was helping, then
Intricately.
he probably would have said something because he's got thieves' tools, little hand.
Okay.
Well, I'll make it known to the party that I've found some sort of keyhole contraption that has some sort of mechanisms inside of it.
Okay.
Altos, you know I come equipped with thieves' tools. Just tell me to use them.
Well, you're us, Bucket. Have your way with this.
Y4 is pretty good with these things. Why don't you give it a try?
Is
All
it?
right.
Let's find out. just want to hype him up.
Hype them up. Okay, are you going to be trying to pick this lock?
Yeah, what's that? Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Are they helping me? They said they're hyping me up, right? He's hyping me up?
I'm going to let
I'll
you
use-
do this one solo.
Then that's a fail.
What'd you
It's a
get?
7.
I got a 7.
Okay. All right. Whatever you were using, let's say that it was bent and you're going to have to repair it at some point. This looks to be like it's a pretty intricate lock.
This is just more rocks. What are you talking about?
Um,
And my toolkit. You're playing games with me. I'm gonna go over here.
I thought he was good off. I'm sorry.
well, it looks like he tried his best. So I'm gonna pick up some sand now, and I'm gonna glance towards the rest of the party with like a knowing look, like, check this out. And then I'm gonna throw the sand as if I'm uncovering a hidden pathway.
What?
as if you're going to find the Grail, and you're.
I don't know.
Oh, it like leads across the water. Is that what you're saying?
I thought you're throwing sand at the pillar.
So what I'm envisioning, Wolfgrim, is you picking up the sand and throwing it out to this invisible pathway that could be leading to the tower.
Don't forget first the knowing look back. At the
The
party.
knowing look, and just this is the first time that you've seen Wolfgrim extremely cocky. You've seen cocky, but this is extremely cocky.
Look at the cock.
Hashtag never dry. As he picks up the sand
Hashtag
and then
wet
just
cock.
throws it out there, and then it just falls down to the water below.
All right, so the rope.
It's not too much wind out here, that's for sure. that's
What were you doing?
what?
You just
Hey,
threw
also,
some
what's
sand.
your idea?
Just throwing sand. Never dry. Throwing sand.
Hashtag throwing sand.
Why don't we try the rope? I have a crossbow, and if we tie the rope together, maybe we can shoot it across the other side and shimmy our way over.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys want to give it a go?
Sure.
Worth a shot.
You got 50 feet of rope, and we're trying to cross a 50-foot.
You said you had 52.
Ooh, we're gonna tie it together, I guess.
Yeah. You know how to
If
tie a
you
fisherman's
take
knot, right?
I'm gonna kind of grumble and like bring my rope out. I'm gonna use my expert knot skills to tie a very
Mm,
competent knot.
I hate that the
Alright.
knot is competent.
All right, and then I'll fasten it to the bow and give her a shot right
right.
across.
Tell me where you're aiming.
Is there like maybe towards the top? Would we be even with the top, or like where are we even with, or would it be?
You're even with the archway itself, so you're able to look directly into the opening archway of the largest tower, and then about 30 feet above that archway is what looks like the top of that tower.
But the only entrance is below.
The entrance is right across from you, but it's about 50
Okay.
feet away from you.
Gotcha. Well, let's shoot at that. Straight ahead.
Yeah.
Into the
This is
entrance?
the entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead.
Or skip the tower. I mean.
Let's give it a go.
Let's do some rolling.
Oh, that
Oh, maybe we don't.
That'll be a 5. Do I get a
Maybe-
advantage?
He aimed at the top of the entrance.
Okay. All right. Again, the cockiness of this group. Something, maybe it was the water that you bathed in the Sea Grove Cave, is giving you this abundance of enthusiasm and arrogance as you take aim with your crossbow, and you watch this rope fly through, and then just dink. You hear a loud dink, and then just like the rope start to sag. About a good 65 feet of that rope is now, most of it inside the tower, some of it slouching over the side of the cliff. Someone make a reaction to start grabbing the rope before it falls off the cliff.
Half that
I
rope's
can do
mine,
that.
so I will definitely start grabbing it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
do a
assumed it
dexterity.
was like, okay, yeah. I didn't make it.
Save or just dexterity check?
Just do a dexterity check for me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wait,
man,
that's a
the
dexterity save. I guess it's the same either way, honestly, though.
Okay. So
I got a 6.
Okay. All right. Ulfgrim, you missed Y4 if you want to do it with disadvantage just because you went right.
I'll do
after
it with disadvantage.
Okay, so
Please.
dexterity to grab this rope.
Okay.
Please save my rope.
I'm gonna roll 2d20s. All right, and it's disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I get what that is. Oh,
It's
it's
a
a
10.
6 and a 4, and it's a +6, though disadvantage would be a 10. Anyways.
10.
10. Okay. Damn it,
Plus
you guys.
6. Damn.
Okay. All right. So again, Ulfgrim goes after it, dives for it,
These are-
misses it, and then Y4 speeds right past him to grab it, and then grabs a fray of it, and Y4 turns around with just a strand of the rope as y'all watch the rest of the rope fall into the water, and then slowly see the rest of the rope from the tower just kind of as the bolt and the rope fall into the ocean below.
Well, these seem like fairly simple plans. I'm not sure what we're doing wrong here.
Well, do we just hang our head and go home? Just sitting there on the ground, just kind of like defeated with my hands on my knees, just
Y4 is
let's
just
see.
kicking rocks.
we're all just sad.
As you guys are watching this rope and kind of feeling defeated, all three of you are hearing this just muffled, just that you recognize to be the growl or the roar, but sounding muffled of a dragon.
Altos, are you hearing this?
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Let's take cover.
See if we can in time. Yeah. Can we hide behind like the pillars or something? Is anything happening?
What's nearby us? We're in a graveyard.
Nearby, you have graveyard. You have tombstones. Tombstones are probably the tallest one is about probably 3 foot tall. The rest are kind of leaning over, that kind of stuff.
What if we take the body out and get in the?
I was thinking. I'll only
guys
fit
do
one
that.
of us though.
I'll hide behind the
Are there
tombstone.
trees nearby? Can we just clear out for the trees?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. Directly back the way you came is kind of lush, probably 5 to 10 feet trees.
I'm gonna make a run for that.
Yeah, I'll make a run for it too.
Same. Following all those.
All right. The muffled kind of continues for another 5 minutes or so, and then it just kind of dies down.
5 minutes.
It was coming towards like the direction of the towers. It's hard to tell if it was related to the towers or beyond. And I'll just give it to you. You're not seeing anything flying. You're not seeing any movement, but the noise continued for about 5 minutes or so.
All right, I'm gonna kind of like be glancing over my shoulder towards the towers from the tree, and then turn back to everybody and just say, "What say we make our way back to Stormreach? Because that's quite enough excitement for me."
That's a good idea. Yeah, we lost our rope. That was dumb. All right, let's get out of here.
You broke your thing too.
I lost it. Yeah, no.
I lost the bolt.
You broke your attachment. All
Gonna
right,
have
well,
to see-
let's journey back.
defeated.
Yeah, a little hang in our head. Had our victory earlier, but then it's a sour end of the day.
All right. As you're traveling back, again, the ruins were right about here. And roughly about out here is where the largest of the towers was. As you're making your way back to the ridge, unless you want to hash out y'all's origin story again, it is starting to get darker. Still able to see probably a good 30 feet to 40 feet in front of you, but it is getting dim outside. And you're roughly at the top of this ridge. To your right, you see what looks like a campfire or a glow of fire. And then, of course, Dragon's Rest is there.
This is the cave, right?
The cave, the waterfall cave is, right there.
And where was the encounter with the bears and kobold, owl bears and kobolds? Oh,
Right
okay,
there.
that was right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
All right, well, I'm gonna.
But
glance-
Colin, we see fiery glow coming from this direction.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like it could be a campfire or a torch or something glowing over in the distance. Probably a good couple hundred yards from you guys.
On its way to Dragon's Rest.
Just yeah. So Dragon's Rest is over here, and then the fire's over here.
Right. If you stop and watch it, it doesn't look like it's moving. It's just kind of stationary.
Is it off the path?
Yeah.
Do we want to just go straight to Stormreach, or do we want to? Okay, wait, it's Dragon's Rest. That's the name of town?
Dragon's Rest. Yeah.
All right.
What
do
if
we want
these
to go
are
straight
the?
back to the
What
kobolds?
if this is? What if this is the? Oh no, it can't be right.
Can't be
You
what?
said you said some got dragged off.
I mean, there's plenty of kobold here.
It might be the wild ones.
The dirty wild ones.
Perhaps we do some investigating,
And
Scooby Doo like.
Some killing. Scooby-Doo like.
Some killing, some horror, some the bloodlust going. Y4s.
My eyes
I don't
turned
know,
red.
what has gotten into you? Why for?
I don't know. It's just these wild kobolds just bring out something in me.
You said it's like 120 feet away, so it's pretty close to the path.
Give or take, yeah. It's
Said
close enough
about
to
100
see.
yards.
I don't know. It's not that far out of the way. What do you say we do a little sneaking?
I'm down
Yeah,
to sneak.
sneaking being the key word.
I love sneaking.
I'll take the rear.
Sorry. Okay. As you are,
Such a creepy laugh.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. As you guys are moving stealthily, you you're coming to a clearing, and what it is a campfire. You see a collection of canoes or rowboats, whatever you want to call them, off to the side. Some provisions, it looks like knapsacks, about 3 of them. Standing by the fire, kind of stoking it with a stick, you're seeing a human figure, all in red. And that's what you see.
Is it radar?
It is not right off.
I want to whisper, perhaps these were the red-sashed gentlemen that had corrupted the vents at the Fungus Palace.
Oh,
The malice at the Fungus Palace.
nice.
Could be also.
Should we?
What was that from the book that I got? About the red, like it was a red coat.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like that?
What he's wearing doesn't look like it matches. It looks more like red sash, red cloak, but it doesn't look ornamental. It look more like traveling gear.
Red
Gotcha.
sash.
It's just looking around. Do we only see that one person?
That's what you see in front of you. Yeah.
Should we jump him?
What if we circle around first and whispering?
I think-
I'm doing this. I'm whispering right now. Mind
Bro.
you.
Let me. I'll share the map with you. That way, you have kind of a lay of the land a little bit.
So I wanna bring down a
Sash.
whisper and say, what do we know about these red sash gentlemen? I believe is that they're definitely traveling. He wouldn't just be traveling alone, first of all, and second of all, they said that there was a group of them in the
trying
Meekanid
to-
lair.
They were
Mhm.
trying to raise the dragon, release the dragon from the Meekanid's lair.
So should we set a trap and see if more come back, or
Or let's just nab him.
You said there was
Nabba.
3. There was 3, like bags, water pouches, or what did you say, DM?
Yeah, it looks like there's 3 backpacks or satchels or something sitting next to the rowboats.
If I had to wager, I would say each one of those satchels belongs to one of them. There's probably 2 more we don't see right now. What if we circle around and maybe try to get some answers?
Sure.
yeah, I'm okay with circling. Do you
Circle
want
around
me
the
to do it?
perimeter, keep ourselves hidden.
Who's the best at sneaking?
I'm 3 feet tall and I have a sock that I can put over my wheel for silence.
Do you put mayo in that sock?
Why would I do
What?
that?
Why would I do that? You're crazy, man.
Resisting pausing this game just to ask more questions, but we'll move on.
We're definitely talking about this. Why would you put mayo in the sauce?
It's from
Why
a
would you put
movie.
Terry
From a movie.
Mayo in the sock?
It's from a movie. I think it's from American Pie.
One of the pies.
Okay. All right.
Something
Y4, you're going to be sneaking around, you said?
I would like to attempt to sneak around this fella.
Okay. All right. Move your token just so I can see which way you're moving and whatnot.
Okay. I have. Should we roll initiative?
No.
What? Okay.
No, why not?
sorry. I got 30
Only if
feet
you're
of movement.
attacking.
Well, I mean, I might be. Is the thing. So I was planning on going like kind of this way first.
Okay. All right.
Or which way would be faster? Actually,
I'm gonna
Wait.
motion towards Y4 and like motion to our left, like to tell him to go through the trees.
Yes. I start wheeling through the brush to go down and around this way instead of towards the waterfront.
All right.
And I'm gonna whisper, and don't kill him.
Yell him, okay.
All Y4 heard was kill him.
I'm like glance at Altos with like a nervous look.
All right. Y4, do me a
Just as
favor.
nervous.
Roll for stealth while you're rolling with your mayonnaise sock.
All right. It's not mayonnaise.
It's an aioli.
Oh my
That's gonna be a 22.
22. Okay. All right. You're not noticing, and no one is noticing that the human is noticing you.
Do I, as I'm kind of like rolling through
All
the
right, go ahead
brush?
and stop for me, and roll for perception.
All right. Okay. Come on, dice. Yes, that's a nat 18.
Okay. All right. With your little sneaky, I'm seeing like your slits of your eyes kind of just peering. Roughly about 15 feet in front of you, you do see a goblin, and this goblin has his bow drawn and is kind of trained on the direction of Altos and Ulfgrim, and is just kind of waiting there.
Kill him. Kill him. I have a crossbow. Short bow, crossbow, short bow.
Okay. All right. I will give you this
That was hilarious.
this action, and then we'll roll for initiative after that.
All right. Do I have advantage?
Yes, he does not see you.
Sneak attack, baby. All right. So that's going to be first roll. It's probably not going to do it. Second roll, a little better. 13 to hit.
Hit,
Wait.
make-
Before. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 13 to hit.
All right, you hit.
Oh, thank God. All right. So that's going to be 2d6 plus 4.
What was your number again? I'm sorry.
A 13.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't want to retcon, but no, you missed.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
All right. Did he see it? Or did it just go by super stealthily?
For this, we'll say that it went by. You saw that he reacted to something, but he's not seeing. Well, let me be honest here.
Bonus action hide.
Okay.
I accidentally
He
equipped
isn't.
my whistle. Whistle.
You see that his attention turned toward the direction of where the arrow hit behind him. And then he turns back and trains his arrow back towards the direction of Altos and Ulfgrim.
Seeing him, because we're probably paying attention to Y4 as he's venturing, I'd imagine.
Mhm.
Seeing him do this, would I assume that, hey, he's shooting at a second target?
If that's what you're telling me that you assume, then we'll go with that. Yeah.
Are we rolling
Cool.
initiative?
I'm going to take half cover.
We're all just going to hide.
I can't see you. You can't see me.
So roll for initiative, or are we doing? Sorry.
You tell me. They don't. No one is making a
Okay,
move
no.
towards you right this minute.
I loose another arrow.
There you go.
Let's do it again then.
Can I adjust my position a little bit just in case?
Yeah.
Get like a better
Moving
hand?
stealthily will keep you in stealth. His attention is drawn towards somebody else right now.
Okay. You want me to roll stealth?
Right. Yeah, roll stealth.
It's going to be a 23.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
Stab him. Stab him.
You have snuck right past and behind someone who obviously is.
Oh, it's stab time.
His attention is elsewhere. And you are directly behind a Cragmaw goblin.
Oh, it's time, my friend. I don't say anything. All right, that's going to be a 23 to hit. A 23
Murder
to hit.
robot.
23 to hit. That hits.
He's got like a Rambo mate, like
Yeah, I tie a cloth around my head.
just mud smeared on the screen.
It's mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is screaming.
Mayonnaise.
All right. So what you see and what you guys hear, So, Wyfor, what you see is you snuck up behind and with your short sword, was it?
Yeah.
You plunge directly into his back. He lets out this guttural just.
Oh
He's
no!
pulling back at you and kind of grab at you from behind like a pincushion. And he's just yelling, "They're here! They're here!" And let's go ahead and roll for initiative. So what you see in front of you, the human turns his attentions towards the screen. From where you're at, Alphonse and Ulfgrim, you can see like commotion back there, but you can't really tell what's going on. But your guess is that Y4 has found something to stick. First up is going to be the goblin that you stuck, bleeding really bad. He looks like he is really hurting right this minute, but he is going to turn at you and swipe at you. Swipe or no swiping. And a 22 to hit.
Dang, that will hit.
Okay. And he is coming down on you with a scimitar for 6 points of damage. Of slashing damage, if that means anything to you. Okay, so bleeding profusely, blood coming from his little cragmaw mouth as he comes down on you, and sparks and come out.
That was my favorite eye.
He is going to use his disengage ability and get away from you. Without drawing attack of opportunity.
Get back here, you son of a bitch.
All right. And he's making his way towards you. All right. Next up is Ulfgrim.
All right. I am going to grab my sling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I looking at right here? What is that?
Right in front of you. It's just a low looks like a cage, and it's just holding, it looks like live fish that were in there at one point in like a shallow pond, like refuge, but it's short enough for you to see over.
Okay. And then can I see this guy as well as this guy?
Yeah, you can see that. You can see both of those guys.
All right. I'm going to hit the goblin with my sling.
Okay, go ahead.
And that will be a 21 to hit, which I assume does. And that will be 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And what did you hit him with? It was a sling?
Sling.
Okay. All right. So what you see is this goblin just running to try to get back to the human. Run. Rock hits him right in the temple, and it just caves in the side of his head, and he falls down dead.
All right. Well, and then I'm going to... Yeah, I guess I'll just move one this way and kind of crouch near those cages.
Okay. All right. So we'll say that you have about half cover, give or take.
All right, fair.
All right. Next up is going to be this gentleman wearing the red sash and the red cloak. All right. He has his short sword out, and he is approaching. Well, he's going to be moving at least. He can't reach anybody. Right.
He's approaching menacingly.
Yeah. And you just see this cloak just flowing, and he looks very confident in what he's about to be doing. From the top of the screen, roughly, and coming from about that general area, Ulfgrim, what you see is an arrow coming straight at you.
With half cover.
Yeah, half cover. And will an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And you will be taking 6 points of damage.
Yikes. Ow! Ow!
All right, next up is Altos with Y4 on deck.
Okay, so from my point of view, what did I see from where I'm at right now?
What you saw, everything is low enough for you to see over. So you did see this goblin run out towards the human. The human start to go towards him. You saw the goblin fall after Ulfgren hit it with a rock. And then the humans start to go towards the general area where you think Y4 is. You can see Ulfgrim crouching by this man-made gate, and then the human standing up looking towards that direction of Y4.
Okay. So I'm going to stay in the brush here.
Sorry, and you also saw Ulfgrim get hit by an arrow.
Coming from what direction?
General area up top, somewhere up in
Okay.
there.
All right. So I'm going to come around here, and do I have a shot, or am I in line of sight of this guy here?
You're in line of sight, yeah.
Cool. And then what I will do is I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
So what I will do is say, a mouth, dick, sarcock.
What was that? Mouth.
So
dick, what?
It was me saying sacred flame backwards. That's
Okay.
how that's my
Was it?
draconic.
Definitely didn't sound like it.
It was a mouth, Derek.
Oh, Derek
What they
Katz.
said.
Oh yeah, of course.
I remember Derek Katz. Okay. All right. All right. Sacred Flame. I need to roll for something, right?
Yes, you need to do a dexterity save.
Dex 11. Okay, got a 9.
Cool. So that'll
Ooh.
hit. And that will be a total of 3 damage.
All right.
Radiant.
Radiant damage. Okay. All right. All right. You see that his boils start to form on the skin that you can see, and he definitely knows that you are there.
All right, I will take as much cover as I can in the brush, whatever that gives me, I guess.
Backing up into the brush. Okay. All right. Y4, you are up.
Okay. Tell me if I can do this. Can I bonus action hide, then use my movement to stealthily approach this guy to see if I can get a sneak attack on him?
Got it. You can attempt to hide. He knows that you're there because he saw you as he was approaching. You can attempt to hide if you would like.
I will attempt. Is that just stealth?
Yeah.
That's going to be a 24.
Okay. All right. You feel confident that
All right. With overwhelming confidence.
That hasn't done us wrong.
Nothing is. This has gone perfectly to plan, and now it's time for me to enact my order to kill this man. Using my short sword.
You hid, and now you're moving stealthily, right?
Right.
So
Is that a second stealth check? I'm sorry. I was moving a little quick.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, roll for your movement, your stealth.
Okay, that would be 8 plus 8, which is 16.
Okay. All right. The number I had in my head, just because he had seen you already, was 20. So he did lose you for a second, but he saw you when you started moving.
Right as I'm about to attack. All right,
Yeah.
so I'll still attack
Okay.
with my short sword. That's gonna be a crit.
You got him.
All right. $11
Ooh.
short sword damage, piercing.
Okay.
I go for his. What's the carotid artery on the leg?
You want
Is
to go
that
for
Femoral.
which
femoral?
Femoral.
femoral? That's the one.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you just slash right at his leg, and you do see just blood spurt. And Ulfgrim, you see this little cobalt killer, and now he's covered in human blood as it just sprays up like a fountain onto his face with little wipers. And the human is standing, grabbing his leg, but he is still alive. Goblin's dead. Ulfgrim, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna look over, see that he is not having a great time, and I'm gonna yell, "Yar, we need him alive! Take him alive! Don't kill him! Come on, wife war! Come on, don't do
Oh
that!"
yeah, alive. Sorry,
Uh,
sorry. Just got caught up in the moment.
Prisoner
So-
does not compute.
I'm
Error.
going to cast Entangle on. I'm gonna do it on the area just so that I hit him and not Y4.
Okay. Far enough out.
So like, yeah.
Okay. Spells.
It's a 14.
What am I?
strength
Okay.
saving.
14. Sorry, I was on Altos' sheet instead of yours. Okay, and he's got a 16.
Fuck.
Hmm.
Damn it. All right. Well, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna cower behind. I mean, heroically hide.
Heroically hide. Got it.
Heroically
Okay. All right. Yeah, you just see that these are they again the tentacles that come up to the ground.
I don't do plants, just tentacles.
Yeah. So these squirmy tentacle tentaci is the word we created. By we I mean me, but we came up and it just slipped through his the bloody mess and did not entangle him. Okay. All right. Next up, since I know the general direction, do me a favor, Y4, and just do. Sorry, Ulfgrim, do a and perception check towards that area that the arrow came from.
I will perceive 17.
Okay. All right. What you are able to see is looks like a goblinoid character, larger than the one that is now dead. But you do catch a glimpse right as you hear and see the bow let loose, and an arrow is coming at you.
From this way?
From right there.
Ah, I gotta be mostly covered, right?
I can say half cover. We can say half cover.
That's all I ask.
Yeah, what? Psh. I'm not a stingy
Just
man.
a wee bit of, just a crumb of cover, please.
Okay, and the lowest to hit is 16?
That matches.
Okay, all right. And we will do move. And you're going to be taking 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh wait, it doesn't. I have a 16 for armor class, so it beats me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I think I misunderstood. Yeah, we'll say it goes toward the tie goes towards Ulfgrim.
Yeah.
No. I scream like that. Okay. Arrow just narrowly. You feel the leather on you, your wet leather, as it just kind of slides across, and then these bright red feathers just fly by your face. Okay. And he is going to. You see the arrow, you see it, you look down, and then when you look back up, you don't see this figure anymore.
I'm just gonna yell out, "There be another goblin," but yelling it in pirate speak.
Do you speak pirate speak? I don't know.
I only know common.
No celestial, common, draconic, dwarvish, and elvish. No pirate.
I mean, technically, I don't know pirate, but it's a form of common. It's a dialect, not a language.
Fair enough.
Altos, actually, sorry, it's the human's turn. Human is looking right over you. He is enraged, but he is looking pretty bad, Y4. But he is going to swing down on you.
With what?
Scimitar. Oh, so no, I'm on the wrong person. Sorry. With a short sword.
Aha! I see you too have a short sword.
19 to hit.
Ugh! That hits.
Okay. All right. In his anger, he swipes down on you with his short sword, hoping for a death blow, and you're going to be taking 7 points of
Damn.
Definitely does not feel good.
piercing damage. Okay. All right. He is going to just hold his ground there. He's having a hard time moving. Looking pretty rough right now.
So is Y4.
So is Y4.
Y4's got some circuits sputtering. If he had blood, he'd be bloodied.
Yeah. Okay, Altos, you are up.
All right, so seeing my friend get sliced, I'm pretty angry for the first time in a long time. And I'm going to run up 10, 15, 20,
We shared a moment.
30. And I'm going to feel like this tickle in my throat. And I'm just going to open, and all of a sudden you guys are going to see the lightning come shooting out. And I'm going to use my breath weapon. So as an action, once per short rest, exhale in a 5 by 30 foot line, and it's going to be lightning. And you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
No.
You're lined up right with Y4. You're aiming at the ruffian, the human, right?
Yeah, I'm aiming right. I'm aiming at this guy right here.
Okay. All right. You're lining up with them then. All right. Go ahead. You don't have to roll
You have
for
to
that,
make-
right? It's just
No,
damage.
you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay.
And half damage.
Oh, Dex 11. That's right.
Yeah, and then on if it hits, it's full damage. If it doesn't, it's half damage.
Got it. All right. He got a 3.
And it's 2d6 damage. And that'll be 7 points of lightning damage.
Alrighty. I'm gonna say that he is down on his knees, sparks just kind of flying off of him. His weapon is on the ground and he's just kind of shaking as you're seeing sparks fly off of him. He is alive, but he's not looking well.
All right. And I moved all my movement, and let's see if I have any bonus actions here.
I got you.
Feet. How bad are you, or how bad do I see Y4? Well, I'll wait.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. Yeah. As you get closer, you just smell like this burnt kind of flesh, this electric grill type of smell.
George
And you're
Foreman, if
seeing-
you will.
yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, like a George Foreman that you plugged in for too long.
exactly, and it's you just taste it in the air, and he will never look the same. Okay. Y4, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna try to do non-lethal damage to this guy to just like knock him out, bleed him out enough that he just kind of goes limp. You said
Okay.
he's on his knees.
He's on his knees. You're gonna have advantage on him, and he's he's a victim for you if you want.
All right.
Wish we had some rope.
Yeah.
Let's tie him up.
That actually is going to be a 16 to hit
16 hits.
with advantage. All right. I'm going to say, well, mine was the superior, and then I knock him out before I finish my sentence.
Okay.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, let me rewind. Wake up. Wake up, kid. Okay, he hits the ground with a flood, or with a thud. The blood that is on the ground just kind of sizzles as he is still kind of sizzling himself from the lightning.
I go, you're welcome, Ulfgrim, and then I'm going to use my movement to... Oh, that's the stream. I tried to click the stream. Lucky mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to try to move into that bush and then hide. Bonus action hide.
Seeing that a new player has entered the game, Altos, do me a favor and just kind of do an investigation over in this general area.
All right.
Or, sorry, perception in that general area.
That'll be a 3.
Okay. My apologies, Altos, but you don't see a thing.
My passive perception's 11.
Okay. All right. The next thing you see is an arrow coming straight through the flames of the campfire, coming right at you.
At me?
Yeah, at you. Cool. And you are 19 to hit.
Son of a bitch.
And oh, look at that. Lucky you. 3 points of damage.
Oh, super lucky.
Does it hit him in the other shoulder?
Okay. All right. And that's what you see. Altos, you are up.
All
And
right.
wipe or actually, I'm sorry.
Wait,
Ulfgrim.
wait.
Ulfgrim, sorry.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Someone's getting
Ulfgrim.
skipped. So I'm going to go to the edge of this here cottage area, I guess. Well, if this thing will let me. Just went over. I'm going to pull up my sling and ready it, and then just essentially wherever I see the next arrow come from, I want to throw in that direction.
Okay.
So I want to ready the action in response to the next action taken by the bow.
Got it. Okay. All right. Next up is Altos.
Okay. So I just got shot by an arrow, and trying to think. I'm going to take cover behind this right here.
Heroically take cover.
And I will also ready an action.
Okay. All right. And then Y4, you are up.
All right. I have I seen? What do I know? Have I seen any of these arrows or anything?
Yeah, you've seen the arrows fly from this general area.
Okay. Then I'm going to break cover and roll on over there.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm gonna look real hard.
All right.
Should I roll a perception check?
Yeah, let's just do it, just so we're staying on brand.
18.
Okay. You
What
see
is us?
roughly about 15 feet away, 15, 20 feet away, you see a large goblin wearing a red sash, and his mouth is wide open as he's training his arrow towards Altos and Ulfgrim.
I yell, "Found him!" And then I'm gonna bonus action dash, and then I'm gonna bounce off of my sock and try to grapple him.
Okay. Slippery mayonnaise.
I'm gonna lube on up and then wrestle him to the ground.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
Hey, what is that? What do we do?
Go and do an. Let's do a strength.
All right. All right. That's 18 for
Yeah.
the old robot.
All right, you took this goblin by surprise, and right now he is grappled.
Just slam into him.
Do we get our attacks?
Attack.
If
reaction. Because I say found him and then
Yeah.
slam into him.
when he was rolling towards him with his little eyes lit up, if you guys want to take that action at that point, you can.
All right, because he's out of my range, I have to roll with disadvantage on my sling. So let's see. Oh, I got a 1, then a 2.
Okay. All right.
Oh no!
All right. Y4, as you're rolling towards him with menace, you just see a rock fly by his face.
Was it blue?
I don't know. Did you use your blue rock?
It's gold. It's the one I have.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's out of my range. Would I get disadvantage if he's out of my range, or just out of range?
It's
For
the second. Oh, are you using a
A spell or
a spell or a weapon?
It would be a spell.
Then he would be out of your range.
Got it. Yeah, cool.
Okay. All right. He is right now. He is Y4. You're right on top of him, right?
Oh yeah, let me move my guy.
Then he is grappled and he is staying grappled. And if you want to run through this one more time, we can. But you have one unconscious, one dead, one grappled right now. So, Ulfgrim, you're up if you want to do anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna run, and so I'm gonna take 2 movements and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, if this will let me there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm just shouting pirate noise. Yar, yar, we got him, Avashi!
Hey,
Have the sails, yar!
Show him your starboard side. Okay. All right. Altos, you're up.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, cool. And I'm going to use my Sacred Flame. We already got one prisoner.
Hold on, let me get to your sheet. With Sacred Flame, since Y4 is holding him and on top of him, let me just look and see if that would do anything to it. It wouldn't, would it?
It's a dexterity saving throw, so
It wouldn't affect Y4 being right
It's
on top
radiant,
of him, right?
not fire.
Okay, it's not an area. Okay, all right.
yeah, no.
All right, rolling for Dex 11.
I'm assuming they have disadvantage.
Yeah, and he's got a 1.
Nice.
Straight up 1.
Well, that'll be 3 radiant damage.
All right. Yeah, and you're noticing blisters pop up on his skin as you're holding him, Y4.
You're doing great, Altos.
Go for the eyes. Okay, Y4, if you want to do anything, you can.
Can I try and stab him? We only need
You're
one.
grappling him?
If
Yeah.
you want to, yeah. Well,
What are the grappling
Break
rules?
yeah, if you
You
want
have
to,
to
maintain
break the
your
grapple.
yeah.
Grappling 5e.
Let's say that your action is to actually let go of him and stop the grapple itself. Yeah.
Give him a swirly.
So you guys are seeing that he, as Ulfgrim has come up and he's now taking blisters and he's got this hunk of metal just like sitting on his chest. He has kind of gone limp and is just like, and then more than anything, it looks mad, but he's not fighting your grapple right this minute.
Okay.
What kind of a creature is it again? It's a kobold?
Goblin.
No, goblin. Do either of you speak goblin?
No.
Perhaps he speaks common, though.
Well, the other one's still alive, right?
He's unconscious. Yeah.
But I mean, we don't. It's not a guarantee, you know. Plus, we can play them against each other in like a. You know,
Oh, that's true.
So Y4, unless you want to attack him, then if you want to attack him, we'll stay in initiative. If you don't, then we're going to fall out of initiative after your turn.
I think. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Then I'm gonna let's fall out of initiative. Y4's just gonna say something like, "Tell us all you know."
just
Very
like-
good.
That's what you know. See?
Tell me.
Sends arrest.
Okay.
You have 10 seconds to comply.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Return to your ice.
Okay, so as initiative ends, the goblin is like, "Get off of me, and I'll tell you everything I know."
I don't trust
Just
him.
like-
Not one bit. Ophir, get over here and point a blade at this fella's neck.
I like look at my staff and point
No.
the staff at him.
God damn it. All right, it'll do.
I don't have a blade. Literally everything I have is bludgeoning.
Just
I'll
menace
walk
him with
over
that.
and... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying, Altos! Altos!
I'm walking over to the other guy, and I'm going to hold him.
You gonna hold him?
Well, he's going to wake up at some point, right?
Hold on.
Like grapple him as well.
Giving him armbar while he's out cold.
I've got this one, guys.
Find some rope.
All right. All right. Well, while Altos is wrestling with the unconscious guy,
I can't
practice.
restrain him.
just you look over your shoulder, you just see him spooning him. Oh, got it. He's going nowhere. The goblin is like, filthy Lord's Alliance scum. Just what do you want?
Yeah, filthy Lord's Alliance scum. What are those?
I'm gonna slap Y4 and be like,
Oh,
are you
sorry,
actually
I took a
serious?
lot of damage. A lot of the
Right.
circuits.
I'm gonna say, what's a Kragma goblin doing out in these parts?
Same thing you are, searching for answers.
Answers to what?
King Grohl's questions on the mines.
What would the answers to the mines be doing out on this island?
I don't know. They send we go.
Why'd you? I assume it was your doing putting the fiery snake egg in the ventilation chamber in the fungus people's place.
Meekinids.
Meekinids?
He says from afar.
He's spooning his arm at the pillow for the.
Actually, when you guys look over, you're going to see me tying him up with rope that I didn't realize I had.
You lose my rope? This is the second time.
Oh man.
You got 2 sets of rope?
I Y4 had rope and you had rope.
We lost
I
our
lost-
rope. And
I lost both your guys' rope.
are you telling me?
So I will be tying him up with
Just
rope.
like,
Guys,
I'm
look what I
gonna
found.
glance at Y4 and be like, do you know where you got that rope?
I don't even know where I am.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Yeah, did you put the why'd you put the egg in the fungus
So
people's
the
thing?
goblin is just again with Y4 kind of just pushing down on him, looking at you quizzically.
I don't know what's coming out of your mouth.
So you know nothing about the where have you gone so far on this island? What has your crew done here?
We met with the winged lizards. We exchanged gifts and promises, and we made a campfire. That's it.
Where were these winged lizards, as you call them?
And gifts.
The winged ones, they were by the where the bury the dead, the graves.
Did you dig up that grave?
No.
No, because it was kobolds. What gifts did you give the dragon, winged lizard?
Shiny gold, shiny gems.
I'm gonna look at Y4 and say,
You done with him?
I mean, do we need this guy alive anymore?
I don't think so.
Wait,
All right.
wait! You don't kill me! Don't kill me! I have more! Have more!
What value do you have?
And he's like reaching into his what a little shirt. I don't know what to call
He's
it.
got a gun.
He's reaching. And you see him pull out this pouch that's tied to a string, and he's digging into it, and he just holds up a piece of paper.
Like, here from King Groll.
All right, I'm gonna take it and read it.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me!
And the it's written in common, but it's kind of misspelled. But you can make out that it says, "Find the fire cloak. King Groll wants the human and the dragonborn dead. He wants the metal thing as a trophy." And it's signed. And it's signed Clarg.
Clark?
Clarg, Klarg.
Who gave you this note?
Clarg. Clarg, he's the leader of our band back north of the town of Phandelver.
Do we have a map that includes that on it?
It's on the sword. It's off. I get my Etch-a-Sketch on top of him. It's off the Sword Coast by Thunder Tree, if I'm not mistaken. As Altos,
Yes. The machine, he speaks the truth.
as Altos was mentioned in his manuscripts.
So yeah, on your newsletter you have a map of the Sword Coast, and it kind of shows that area.
You think I'm some kind of trophy there? I'm gonna stab this one so good.
Oh, you gonna get it?
I'm gonna look at Y4 and say, well, do you have any questions for this one?
When can I stab you?
Stab away.
No, Lord's Alliance, you don't want to kill me. I have more. I can give you more.
More?
Go on.
Promise not to kill me.
No.
Yes.
I'm getting mixed signals. I don't.
All right, well then just stab him anyway then.
Okay, I'm gonna stab him.
Okay.
I kill the goblin. Unless Altos needs anything from this. Altos, give me the signal. Directive. Input code murder. Turn the
I
key.
feel so,
got
so
another
bad
one.
that you're murdering him. Yeah, we have a whole nother one. Why don't we see a bit? I'll walk over to you guys. Why don't we? I got that one tied up. Why don't we see if they're both telling the same story, like you guys were, saying
Well, we don't-
before? When I
Yeah, but we don't need them both to tell the same story.
well, we can. I mean, are you a murderer, Y4?
Yes. Yes. Is that not clear?
Covered in blood. I don't know if I used to be, but this body has definitely got me me something going. And as I say that, I'm gonna slowly stab.
Putting his finger over his mouth.
It's just something in the I don't know what it is, but
Just casually talking as
All right. This kobold is restrained. He's going to take your hit no matter what. So if you are stabbing him, then this is going to be a death. A death. It's going to be a death.
He was a good kobold.
kobold.
Oh, sorry,
just pic-
goblin. Goblin.
I just
sorry.
picture the blood like squirting out like so much as he's
Comically just-
slowly.
All right. All right. So as the sword is just going deep into his chest, and then just the blood is pulling up on his sternum, and blood gushing from his mouth, the last thing he says is Adron, and then
Adrian.
and then he is no more.
Thank God it was an A-bear.
Oh yeah, that would have been something. Well, I am mighty messed up. Let's get this sack of shit that's all curled up in the ropes back to the hovel so Altos can cuddle him some more.
Who's hungry?
Who's hungry?
Do we want to take him back to Storm Dragon Storm or Dragon Rest rather?
Oh, yeah, I guess unless Ulfgrim, we've got some water right here. That seems to be your forte.
Let's scour the bags that they have and see if they got anything interesting.
Agreed.
Maybe take their sashes too, just in case they might prove maybe a
Ooh.
helpful tool for later.
There's
Oh,
3 of them.
Can I grab some of the red thatched arrows?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I think those are
I'll just for the sake of the stream, I'll send you everything as a bunch like that's just the common type stuff.
Hopefully they got rope.
But I can
They're
tell
all
you some of the stuff that you did find. You have the letter from Clark. On the backpack that looks like it was more for the human. You are finding a notebook. It's got a series of things. It's got a drawn map of Stormwreck Isle, kind of half drawn. It looks like he's been cartographying it, doing the act of cartography as he's wandering this island.
Cartographing.
Yeah. And it looks like it started down towards the Seagrove Cave and has worked its way up to where the ruins were, and now is kind of where it's at. So he's got that part mapped out. More writings in there, and you're seeing Lord's Alliance. You are seeing references to a human, to a dragonborn, to a mechanical being, and you are seeing notes in there. One thing that's sticking out to you is a written in there assist Sparkrender with his experiment in exchange for the fire cloak.
In exchange for the what?
Fire cloak, and it's signed Glassstaff.
Oh my God, glass stuff.
Shush, we don't know.
Yeah. The red cloak. Do I get feelings it's the same red cloak that I found in the book?
You're getting strong feelings that that's the same cloak. And as a reminder, the letter from Clark was, find the fire cloak. King Grawl wants the human and the dragonborn dead, wants the metal thing as a trophy.
Oh, son of a bitch, she's talking about us.
Are you sure?
Unless,
Are you sure it's about us?
It could be. It could
Possibly
be
give
different.
you that idea.
I don't know. It might be someone else.
What are the
Metal
odds?
Talk about you, Altos.
the rest of the things that you find are going to be common, and I'll send that to you. But you're able to take anything that you see here. There are 2 red sashes, one on the goblin, one on the unconscious guy. The backpacks are full of just provisions. There's coinage in there. Nothing that would stick out as being legendary or wondrous or anything like that. It's more common type stuff.
I say we take the coinage, the provisions, and the sashes, and then we all kind of do maybe rock, paper, scissors with Altos to see who takes this guy on his shoulders to walk back.
Let's do it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
No countdown or anything.
We're just gonna do this.
This is content.
That was so delayed.
Wait, did you? I was just yeah.
We have a winner.
I'm so happy. I'll be like, you won. You get to carry him. And then I walk off.
I'm just gonna sigh. and then hoist the guy over my head, I guess, and we'll start our walk back.
Okay. All right. As you leave this bloody battlefield, Y4 still kind of covered in muck. You can hear the as his wheels
my
kind
sock.
of roll. As his wheels roll along the terrain, not moving stealthily at this moment. But you do see the glow of Dragon's Rest ahead. The unconscious man on your shoulder. I won't make you roll for it, but what you do hear and see again is a louder, more robust roar. As overhead, roughly about 200 feet in the air, you do see this dragon fly over you and towards the southern tip of Stormwreck Isle. And it looks like it is a bronze dragon. And with that, we will go ahead and end session 4 of Twisted Fates.
Twisted Fates.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us in episode 4 of Twisted Fates. We learned a lot about each other as players and as player characters. So please don't hold any of that against us. And join us again on episode 5 of Twisted Fates.